So I also think it's important to understand place value. So I use the color system, that's what Montessori uses, but it really helps with memory, and it also helps to show the pattern of numbers. So anything dealing with units, like ones, thousands, millions, billions, trillions, you're gonna use green. Anything dealing with tens, you're gonna use blue, and anything dealing with hundreds, you're gonna use red. Okay, so for an example, okay, units, so that would be 4 little ones. Okay, so those are the ones. Okay, now the tens, that would be right next door. He's gonna be blue. Okay, so those are the tens. You would have 3 tens. Okay, next it's gonna be red, hundreds. Make it 4 too. So hundreds, if I count all these beads, 100, 200, 300, 400. So the value of that 4 is 400. And I know that because it's place, right? Ones, tens, hundreds. Now, green, blue, red, green. So that's gonna be a unit, a new family period name. They call them periods. So this is the ones period, and then we're going to the thousands period. It's kind of like a last name. So he is going to be green, okay? This is the thousands period. So green, blue, red, green, blue. So anything dealing with blue is dealing with tens, okay? So this would be what place value? 10, and then what period are we in? 1,000. This is the 10,000s place. Okay, let's follow the pattern. Green, blue, red, green, blue, red. So anything dealing with red is dealing with hundreds. Okay, so this would be 200. Then what period are we in? Thousands. Now in 4th grade, we go into the millions. But if you know the pattern, you can create any large number. So green, blue, red, green, blue, red, green. So this is gonna be the millions. All right, what do you think is gonna be next? Green, blue, red, green, blue, red, green. So anything dealing with blue is 10. Okay, so this would be the 10, and then what's the family name, the period? Million. Okay, then it'd be 100 million. Okay, then it would be billion, 10 billion, 100 billion, then trillion. It goes on and on and on forever. Numbers keep going on and on. So place value. Another good thing, now 3rd grade, you're gonna have smaller numbers, okay? And then 4th grade, we go into the millions. So that's how it progresses. Okay, so how to read numbers. Okay, so let me create a number. Okay, hundreds are red, tens, and then ones. Okay, so how to read a number. So you're gonna cover up everything after the comma, okay? And you're gonna ask yourself, how do you say that number? 4, okay? Whenever you see a comma, you're gonna say the period name. Okay, remember this is like the ones period. All right, and this last name of this group is called the thousands. Okay, that's like their last name. Okay, so every time you see that comma, you're gonna say its period name. So this would be 4, there's the comma, 1,000, and then cover this number up. How would you read that number? 321. So 4,321. So if you can read a 3-digit number, you can read any number. Okay, let's try another one. Let's try, okay, remember units are green, hundreds, okay, blue, okay. So how to read this number. So you're going to cover everything after the comma. How would you read that number? 8, and then you see the comma, you're going to say the period name. 1,249. Okay? Let's try something challenge. Let's try this one. Okay, we're going to do anything dealing with Lou is dealing with tens. All right, and then the next one will be green. Then we have a comma, then the hundreds place, then the tens, and then the ones. Okay, so remember, cover everything after the comma. Okay, when you see a comma, you're gonna say the period name, like their last name. Okay, so how would you read that number? 49, and when you see a comma, you would say 1,394. So 49,394. Okay, why is this important? Because eventually, and you're probably doing this already, you have to write it in word form.